Now that Steve Sherrill has appeared, we're just going to introduce him and let him do his segment on what do you want to talk about. So it's all yours, Steve.
Oh, okay. Wow. Well, tonight I'm going to talk about a very busy April. I know we all sometimes have certain times of the year which are very busy for us. April has been where it's going to be a really, really busy month as far as model railroading goes. And personally, recently I had a cataract operation on both eyes. And for the first time in 77 years, I don't need glasses. Well, at least that's what they told me. Now I need reader glasses, even though I have a 2015 vision. Figure that out. I can't. But anyway, let's go on to what we have to do for being busy this month. First off, I'm getting ready for the Harrisburg All O Scale show. I know we're going to get some of our group here at that show also. I'm packing up and I'm bringing up a friend's 48 cars she is selling at the show. So I'll have to, put, that's going to be in my car, filling it up. I've got two micros I'm going to be showing, two micro layouts, and I might even sell a couple of items. Secondly, there are a few train shows in the area here that I want to kind of mention. One is April 13th at Martinsburg Roundhouse. It's by the Bunker Hill Train Club. And that roundhouse was built in 1846 and it's still standing. And they have the train show inside the roundhouse. So if anybody is in the area, it's a very, very nice little show. And you get to see a nice roundhouse structure. Not too many of those left. It's well worth going to see the train show. Also, I'll be operating on Steve Bittinger's G-scale layout on Sunday after the Harrisburg All O-scale show. And then, of course, we have the Great Scale Train show on the 27th and 28th, and Greg and I will be there with our banner to introduce some people to our show here and kind of see if we can get some scholarship entries and people interested in the scholarship. So is anybody else got any shows that they want to talk about today?
Yeah, Steve, I'll also have the banner up at the Harrisburg show on Saturday.
Okay. All right. I didn't know if you, that'd be good. Yep. Well, I'm trying to talk. Are you going to have it at your table?
Yep.
Okay. Yeah. Well, the Harrisburg All O Scale show should be really something. There are no tables left. They're all sold out. I actually got a call from Al about when I was going to be there, what time, so he could take the collection that I'm bringing up. So there's going to be many tables, he said, of structures that he's got a collection that he's purchased. It's just a very busy month. I know we all get these, and it looks like I only have one weekend left. I'm not doing anything, or maybe not, who knows. But one thing I did find out now that the cataract operation has been completed and it was very simple, very easy. Modeling looks a little different right now when you don't need your glasses. And, I'm starting to look at some of the mistakes I've made. They're starting to stand out a little bit now. So I'm going to have to correct some of that. But
just close one eye.
Like I can't. But close both of them, But so I'll be driving up. They tell you not to drive for a day, so I didn't drive. Got a ride, but to the appointment yesterday morning. But it's really amazing what they can do. They don't really put you to sleep during this operation. They kind of put you in twilight, they call it. But I was sitting in there and you can see light, of course. And here are these guys over top of me, and the nurse says, "Isn't that a nice mustache?" What? You know, they're operating. I can just see them, like, you know, right now. Unbelievable, some of the stuff that people do. But yeah, I don't know. Is John on? He was going to say a few words about his collection that he lost, was stolen. Is
We
he?
covered
Is he?
covered that last week, right?
No, he was going to say a few things today, I think. I guess he's not, though.
I don't see him right now.
Yeah. Okay, so he's going to be back.
All right, I
So
got it.
Steve, you're on the operating table and the nurse is flirting with you, huh?
I don't know. Some of them you wouldn't want to flirt with, but there were a couple that, yeah. I told my wife, I came home, I had my glasses off. I said, I'm back. You know. But anyway, yeah. So, Martin, thanks for doing that 34 pages. I appreciate all the stuff you do, really. I don't think you get enough credit. You know, you've got your hands into everything, just about.
Yeah, I'm getting my hand out of some things this year if I can.
Oh, you'll be right there.
Yeah, I need to retire. I need to retire again. But
Yeah,
but the cataract surgery is fun. Because I've worn glasses since second grade, and I had a 15 correction plus on both sides and prisms in my lenses.
well,
And they did mine a week apart as opposed to 2 weeks apart, because they did it close together because the doctor realized, you know, okay, you're going to have great vision on one side and you're going to need the glass. You're going to need to have glasses on the other side. I just popped the lens out of my glasses, but
yeah.
it still was weird. And it corrected, getting the lenses inserted corrected the need for prisms.
Mm-hmm.
So I didn't need them anymore, which the doctor and I could not explain or understand, but we just said, stop talking about it and keep moving.
Yeah.
Take the positives, the extra bonuses when you can get them. But you say you're in twilight when you're out. They put me down a lot further than twilight because I told them up front, and the doctor already knew, I'm a really, 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 really bad patient.
Yeah.
When you come close to my eyes with anything, no, I'm a really bad patient. Like the second eye, you know, the anesthesiologist was sitting in there talking to me, and the doctor came in and he said, "Oh yeah, we're going to take," the anesthesiologist was like, "Oh, we'll take care of it, no problem." And the doctor looked at me and looked at him and said, "Double it for him."
Well, I told them I was apprehensive, and they said, "Don't worry, we'll take care of it."
I live, when it comes to my eyes, I started apprehensive. I'm already there. I'm there now. You know, it's just, that's normal. I go right, because I had a detached retina, I've forgotten how many years ago, and that was 3 months of recovery for after the surgery to put my eye back together.
Yeah.
And ever since then, anything, you know, that threatens
I had
eyes.
mine done in the fall, but I had very little correction to the distance vision, but I found doing this every time I wanted to see this and then look at the model and see this and everything was pain in the neck. So I just said, fine, you know, I've got the reading down here, and that just makes a difference. Did you notice colors are better?
Oh yeah, sure.
Everything has an edge.
I only have one eye, and when I had the cataract surgery done, I was totally in shock.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I had the first one done, hadn't had the second. I'm sitting reading, and we got a new couch when we moved, and I looked out of this eye at it. I said, wait a minute, what the heck?
Everything's
Oh,
nice and
it's
bright.
white. I thought it was sort of yellowish gray.
Yeah,
And then I
but-
said, oh my God, I painted all those models. I hope they don't look garish. What the?
The plus side for me is I only had to have one done.
It's
Wow.
just-
Hmm.
It's quite the operation when they get, they get this done. It's literally an assembly line where I got mine done. There's like
Oh, yeah.
there's like
Yeah.
eight or 10 booths, and basically they just wheel you in and wheel the next guy out and wheel the next one in. Take a number
Yeah.
take a number. We'll call you when you're ready.
Yep. Yeah.
But it's just amazing that the technology exists to do this. It's really it's basically almost a trivial exercise now. It's impressive that this is available.
Yeah. Eventually you went blind. You couldn't drive. I was really bothered by driving at night
Oh yeah.
with the cataracts.
Yep.
That was what did it for me.
Well, I'd gotten to the point where the doctor said, "Well, we can't adjust your prescription anymore.
Yeah.
We'll schedule for surgery next week or next month." Like, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
I had a whole month to work up a good sense of terror.
The good thing about it, Medicare pays for it all too.
That's right.
If you're on Medicare,
Well,
which I
yeah.
wasn't.
Oh.
I was a little too young. I was still working.
Well, I just had mine, of course. Yeah. Well, it's. I know my son had the laser vision.
Ooh.
He was the first one to qualify for flying helicopters in the Army with a laser correction, and he had to get permission from the Secretary of Defense and all this kind of stuff, And luckily he graduated and everything worked out. But he flew in three different wars.
Yeah.
Hey,
Well,
Steve,
listen,
John's
Steve,
back.
thank you so much for leading this medical situation tonight. And I think we'll stop it right here, and we can carry it on after Pat turns off the recording.